for today's video, this is actually quite unplanned because I really don't know what I wanted to do, but I want to feel extra special today. By that I mean put on glam makeup. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to put on falsies or not, but usually I don't because I kind of pull off the no falsies look anyway. But without further ado, let's just hop right into the video. So I'm going to put my hair back first. I'm going to prime with the Dr. Jart Pores No More primer. Now my face was a little bit crusty because I had an allergic reaction to a sunscreen when I went for holiday, so that's why my face is just looking a little bit matte than usual. A little trick that I do, so after I prime my face, I pick up an eye primer, and I happen to have this MAC Soft Ochre Primer, and just run it through the areas where I know the foundation fades throughout the day, so usually around my nose. So you don't need a thick layer, so you just want a really thin layer. So I do get oily on this area, and I will put that in between my brows. And the latest that I have been doing is I actually put this on the dark spots or acne marks that I have to help the foundation cling into that area and it will not budge anywhere. This will help with the coverage as well. Just a really thin layer. I actually put some in my brows because my eyebrows can tend to get quite oily, and so for the product to cling onto my brows, I need to sort of prime it. What I like to do as well is set everything. So just grab like a translucent powder that you have and slightly set the areas that you wanted to keep matte. So I would just go over the nose, the forehead, my cheek. In a way, it kind of sets a primer as well. So this is known to help your foundation last, and I've learned this trick by watching Casey Holmes from YouTube. It's Blondie, I think that's her YouTube name, but she recently changed it to just Casey Holmes. So now we're going to fill in the brows. So what I like to do first is brush my brows to kind of spread that primer that we put, and then using this wax, I basically just follow the shape of my brows. If the brows looks a little bit bolder on the inner part, I just use the spoolie. And then I will set the wax with the powder, which is that middle part, and just go over it. That way the wax will stick and not go anywhere. Some people do the brow powder first and then the wax, but I personally find that if I do the wax first and then the brow powder, it works best, at least for my brows. I will then grab a brow gel. This one is the Maybelline Brow Drama in dark brown, and I will just quickly set. For foundation, since my face is quite crusty, oh my god, that's such a bad word, but since my face is quite dry or experiencing drought, I'm going to use the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, which is full coverage, but it gives like a satin finish, and I'm in the color Syracuse medium dark one, which I think matches me the best at the moment since I got quite a bit of a tan from our Rarotonga trip. This is going to be a extra makeup because I feel like feeling extra. So I'm gonna go with another palm to achieve that extremely full coverage. And I quite like this foundation because it feels very lightweight on the skin, but at the same time it gives you that kind of like satiny, velvety, matte look. And for concealer, I am going to use a mixture of the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and then the Banana shade and the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit just to highlight and conceal my dark circles. To contour, I'm going to go back to the same Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour, and I'm going to mix the cinnamon and chocolate to kind of bronze and contour as well. So I'm just gonna warm it with my fingers and just dab. To set my under eyes, I'm going with the Mirror Setting Powder in neutral. So I'll just focus this on the areas where I typically get oily and on the spots that I concealed. And for the rest of the face, I'm just gonna go in with my MAC Studio Fix in NC42. And to kind of set that contour shades, I'm going to use my Sleek Contour Kit in medium, and this is broken, so I'm just gonna use this. I don't really like that super chiseled look, so I'm fine with that. And we're just gonna blend everything. For blush, I'm going to use my Broken Melba blush. By broken, I mean look. So I'm just gonna dip a brush and tap. I just want a little bit of flush. And for highlight, I'm really excited to use this Sleek Cleopatra's Kiss highlight. Now I've had this for a while, and this is actually what I wore when I went to the wedding. So I wore a mixture of this shade and that shade. So we're going to do that in a brush. And this highlight is so pigmented. Can you see? I'm glowing. So now that's done, we're moving on to the eyes. I don't know what to do with the eyes, but I'm going to use this Chi Spices palette because I quite like the colors. So maybe we'll go for like a matte smoky eye with a pop of gold in a corner. So I am going to get a brush and maybe dip into this one here for transition, and then I'm gonna go with the orange to kind of deepen up the crease. with the same brush, I'm gonna go with the orange color and just go over in the transition area, but focus it more at the lower level rather than like way all the way up to the crease. And we're gonna go back to the crease and just blow it upwards. And go back to the orange. And for the lid, I am going to use this kind of like maroon shade with just my finger and put it all over my lid. Like so. And just blend. So it will look something like that. And now I'm going to darken the outer edges. So I'm just gonna go with that darker shade there, this one, with a sponge applicator and create like a V at the outer edge. And then blend. And to highlight the brow bone area, I'm just gonna use the sponge applicator and maybe use my pressed powder, since this palette does not have any matte shade. And for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna stick to one, which is the darker shade, or kind of like burnt orange shade, which we use as our transition, and put that on the lower lash line. And a little bit of the dark shade and just pop it in the outer corner. This is the eyes done. So to highlight, I'm actually going to use that gold shade right there and just use my pinky finger for our pop of color. So I'm just going to tightline and apply mascara, and we'll be back on the lips. So I decided to put on a wing because why not? Because we're feeling a little bit extra. So now onto the lips. My lips is quite cracked, but I already moisturized it. So I'm going to line my lips with this Ofra Cosmetics lip liner in Wine. And for lipstick, I'm going to use this Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream in the shade Precious, which is a pink shade. and then set my face with a Australis finishing makeup spritz. And this is my finished look. So it's a little bit different than what I normally do. It's kind of like a burgundy smoky eye with a pop of gold in the inner corner and pink lips, and I actually quite like it. So here is the look.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.